Hello and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to do some heavier streaking and dirt, again using watercolor pencils, and what I want to focus on is the sort of streaking that comes in this form, like right here. As you can see on the bottom of the phantom, once again I'm going to use the phantom as a showcase. So here we see two streaks on both sides of the fuel tank directly below the engines, and they're quite prominent. Another feature is how they fan out towards the back, so this makes them extra interesting. And moreover, as you can see, they kind of follow the airflow going around the fuel tank, I suppose. But this approach can be applied to other areas. Just have to look at your references or imagine how things would work. So without further ado, let's start the process. Once again, we have my favorite Cretacolor Marino Ivory black pencil. In my previous video I showed what other colors are similar, and I'll put them in the description below this video. So just like before, we get a brush, dip this brush in some water, and this way we're going to transfer some of the pigment that is on the pencil to the model. Just to specify, here I have a semi-matte or satin surface, so there is that. And now I have the picture in front of me. I'm going to try and replicate this effect, and it's quite refreshing to know that if something goes wrong or I don't like the outcome, I can always go back, remove the pigment from the surface, and then start all over again. Now I'm going to use slightly larger brush, not slightly, I'm going to use a larger brush dipped in some water to do some fading, because otherwise it looks like painted on, which is not ideal. One important thing is to make yourself comfortable in your position, because you kinda need to control your brush. Now that I'm happy with the general shape of the thing, I will want to fade it towards the back. So there I will use the flat part of the brush to remove the struck pieces. Now that I have removed too much, I will apply some more, and we'll continue to work on that until I am happy with the outcome. This process is a little bit more involved than the previous one I showed you with the speed streaks and the rain marks, but with some practice you can achieve a good result, I think. And there you have it. I think these streaks look quite nice. Also, you can do some more straightforward, if you wish, streaks. I have already done some here, but I'll add one more just to show you guys what is possible with watercolor pencils. You just need a fine brush, and then when you apply the pigment you can manipulate it around with some water, not a lot of it but some, and then you get stuff like this. Let's add one more. Right here behind this access panel, I like to put some streaking behind the access panels. It looks to me like a suitable place for some dirt accumulation. That dirt gets blown away from the airflow mixed with some moisture. It becomes a streak, or at least that's what I think can happen. But as you may very well know, the artistic license is a thing, and as long as we're not going too far, it is absolutely fine. But as usual, check your references. And we can mess around with this kind of stuff quite a lot. It's important not to go overboard, but this is up to you to decide what is overboard and what is not. So I will leave it right here. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, happy modeling, fellas!